As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Gavel Club also has a mission. Gaveliers and audience, can you please rise for the oath? For better listening, for better sleeping, listening to continue the process. Thank you, Akram. Respected Head of Chancellor, Mrs. Mufasa, Principal, Deputy Principal, Sectional Heads, Heads of Department, Teachers, Toastmasters, Mentors, Guests, Parents, and Gaveliers. A very pleasant evening to one and all. On behalf of the entire Gavel Club, I welcome you to our club's grand finale. Tonight, we are not just celebrating a closing event. We are celebrating a journey of growth, learning, and transformation. Over the past months, our members have shown incredible dedication to improving their public speaking, leadership, and communication skills. They've stood up, they've showed their voices, and challenged themselves in ways they never thought possible. We've laughed, we've learned, and above all, we've supported each other as a community. It's been a fruitful session, filled with milestones, both big and small. From our first icebreaker speeches to tonight's grand finale, every step has been a testament to the commitment and passion each of our members bring to our club. I'm incredibly proud of how far we've come as a club. What started as a group of people with a shared interest at public speaking has grown into a family of great speakers and excellent leaders. And that is what makes tonight special. It's not just about the speeches, the competition, or the awards. It's a personal growth and relationships that we've built along the way. But let's not forget that today's event would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our members, teachers, and mentors. They have all ensured that tonight's event runs smoothly. Can we all please give them a round of applause? We come to a close of this chapter. Let's remember that this is not the end of the journey. It's just a milestone. Let's all take a vow to learn more, grow more, and push ourselves in new ways. Now that's enough of what I've got to say. To keep the energy high and excitement flowing throughout the event, I'd like to introduce the dynamic duo who will be guiding us through tonight's grand finale, our Masters of Ceremonies. Please help me in welcoming Gavelier Yunus Iqbal and Gavelier Zainab Rauf, who will ensure this evening is filled with fun, laughter, and unforgettable moments.
Thank you, President, for those delightful words of introduction. Honorable Head of the Charter of the Consulate General of Sri Lanka, Mrs. Mufasa, members of the Management Council, the Principal, Deputy Principal, distinguished judges, Toastmasters, mentors, and guests. A very good evening to you all. I'm Zainab Rauf.
And I'm Yunus Iqbal. We will be the hosts for today's event. As the Masters of Ceremonies today, we welcome you all to the grand finale of the Sri Lankan International School Jeddah's Gavel Club of the academic year 2024-2025.
Today, we will be having the evaluation, table topics, and international speech segment. First of all, my heartfelt greetings and best wishes are to our able contestants who have spent a lot of time tirelessly preparing. We salute you for your courage and enthusiasm and wish you the best of luck to perform at the best of your ability. Productivity is never an accident. It is always a result of commitment to excellence. Commitment unlocks the doors of imagination, allows visions, and gives us the right stance to turn our dreams into reality. I believe all our Gavelians who are participating today will surely give their best.
Participation is more important than winning. So do not give up. Try your best. I wish you all the best.
Before we move further, let me introduce
Masters Training. Our chief judge of this segment is T.M. Fauzi, and we have a panel of trained judges to help us with this contest. Please join me in thanking them at this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, just a few words to enlighten our guests about evaluation speech. As I mentioned, evaluation, for example, setting the scene. The ending is a summary of the main points, and the body is where the speaker concentrates on the commendation used. Contestant number 6, Ibrahimullah. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our contestants for the evaluation contest today. Please give them a huge round of applause. Contestants, now you may all be seated. Thank you. Today, we will listen to a test speech of 5 to 7 minutes duration. Contestants may make notes during the test speech using the sheets provided by the Sergeant at Arms. At the conclusion of the test speech, contestants will have exactly 5 minutes to prepare their evaluation. Contestants will hand their notes to the Sergeant at Arms for safekeeping at the end of this time. Also, they should leave their mobile phones along with the notes. The first speaker will remain in the room until called upon. Contestants will be handed back their notes immediately before their evaluation speech. The evaluation speech timing is 2 to 3 minutes. Contestants will be disqualified if they speak for less than 1 minute and 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Timing begins with the first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. Timers, shall we check the timing device? Green light at 2 minutes. Orange light at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Red light at 3 minutes. And it will remain on until the speech is concluded. There will be no signal given for going over time. The judges are instructed not to consider time in their ranking of the speakers. After the contestant has finished, there will be a 1 minute silence between speakers for judges to complete their scores. Protests may only be entered by the contestants or judges to either the chief judge or to myself as contest master. Once the result of the contest has been announced, all decisions are final. I shall be introducing the speakers in the following manner only. Contestant number, name, contestant number. May I remind the contestants not to sit beside any of the judges? Thank you. At this juncture, are there any questions or clarifications? None. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ready to conduct the contest. Are the judges ready? Sergeant at Arms? Timers, are you all ready? What about the audience? Are you ready? For the evaluation contest, we need a test speaker for our contestants to evaluate. Our test speaker for today is a Gavelian from our homeland. Please put your hands together to welcome Gavelian Manodi Nanayakara.
Have you all eaten an orange? If you have, you most certainly know that an orange has a leathery skin with spots, a dynamic taste, and an almost everlasting fragrance. But let me ask you something else. Have you ever thought of an orange something other than just a fruit? Well, I most certainly have. Distinguished judges, Toastmasters, Gaveliers, parents, teachers, and guests, good evening to one and all. Few years ago, there was this girl who was really eager to attend a new school and make some new friends. On her first day, she was introduced to her classmates by her new teacher. Suddenly, that immense spark of excitement was gradually dissolved, creating an emptiness within herself. She could hear subtle whispers from her classmates talking about her. Over the course of the next month, there had been made a lot of words against her. They would make fun of how thin she was, how she was ugly, about how her appearance was not that of a normal person. They would make fun of her and say that she was a monster, saying that she had a devil-like exterior. Terrible, isn't it? We live in a world where society has made us believe that we must look a certain way or behave a certain way just to please the public eye. Being different or unique from others is frowned upon. We live in a world where this is not acceptable. This preteen girl was one of the most joyous people, but now she was an anxious wreck. She would stare at herself in the mirror, asking herself, what should I change about myself? She was so self-conscious about everything that she did. It's quite literally absurd. Whatever happened to being your true self? What happened to being a distinct individual? What happened to following your dreams without the scrutiny of other people? Our society has failed us. They have quite literally ruined the essence of the word individuality. Globally, millions of people are being feared to express themselves because they are being pushed down mentally, causing them to feel unsafe in their own space, because some people think that it's a trend to ridicule other people and judge them. Due to this reason, a lot of people leave their dreams and they do not pursue them, and they don't even embark on their journey of doing something great because they are afraid. They are afraid that those people will say, this is not something of your capability, or this is just not good. People even go to the lengths of being someone that they are not, just so they can fit in. That girl was ambushed. She felt like she was nothing. However, fortunately for her, a day had come where everything had changed. A new peer had entered her class, and she changed everything for her. She made her classmates realize the true reality. Her classmates understood that you truly don't know somebody until you actually get to know them. Ladies and gentlemen, that young girl that I was talking about was 11-year-old me. For the past few years, I have been ridiculed by many, even after. But unlike 11-year-old Manolvi, the 16-year-old self of mine knows to stand up for herself and help children like her. Millions of people all around the world are facing unfathomable experiences just because of their exceptional persona. Well, I say enough of this. We don't owe anything to all those people because they just are going to say that you're not enough. Well, let me tell you, you are enough. Fortunately for myself, I was able to surround myself with people who actually love and care for me, and they recognize my differences as strengths. Previously, I had asked you all a question. Have you ever thought of an orange as something other than just a fruit? When you look at an orange, you see its obnoxious orange color. You see its leathery skin with spots. But when you peel an orange, you see the delicious flesh and you can smell the strong scent. Just like how you have to peel the layers of an orange to eat the fruit, You must peel the layers of a person and actually understand their personal qualities before judging their appearance. Let's all be weird, different, unique, and show others that there is always a way. Being the nerd in your class, the strangest looking, or even the best dancer isn't who you truly are. It is what comes from within. To make sure that our future society is at its best, we must ensure that people feel safe around others and make them feel comfortable. We are all brought into this world by someone so gracious, so we wouldn't be here if we didn't already deserve to be. So next time, when you all meet a new colleague, classmate, a new family member, or even a new friend, make sure to treat them like you would treat an orange. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavel and Manude. We will now give our speech evaluation contestants 5 minutes to prepare their evaluations. Sergeant at Arms, after this time, please take away the contestants' notes, except for the first speaker. Timer, please indicate to the Sergeant at Arms when 5 minutes has elapsed.
Testing.
Sergeant-at-Arms, would you please escort the contestants out of the room except for contestant 1? Our first contestant is ready to evaluate our test speaker speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 1, Arshangana. Arshangana, contestant number 1.
Thank you, Contest Master. Being different is frowned upon. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges, and my dearest friends, good evening. When she had said these words, I truly felt as if her speech resonated with me the most. Manudi, your speech was amazing. The way you modulated your voice to sound quieter when you realized that other people were talking behind your back was spectacular. It really made me interested and engrossed in your speech. It made all the audiences encaptured in the way you speak. And what amazed me even more was the way you inhibited other people in your speech. How you said that these people were talking behind your back, and how you included your parents, your friends, and your grandparents all in your speech was spectacular. It is also one of the best ways to interest other people. Nevertheless, your speech was wonderful. In suggestion, it would have been better if you could use the stage a bit more, as we could see your body language on how you could convey your emotions in the speech even better. You could also use expansive hand gestures, like opening your palms wide open without staying behind the lectern. Really, your speech was just amazing. I truly have been amazed and proud of being able to evaluate you and how you used every method of the best speaking abilities, of your speaking abilities, to convey your emotions into the speech. To really sum up, you had excellent voice modulation and most of all, the impressive method of inhibiting characters in your speech. Nevertheless, you could have used the stage as well as expansive hand gestures. One suggestion for you to improve in this could be to speak in front of a mirror or record yourself speaking, send it to a Toastmaster and get your suggestions from them. This will actually help you be the best there is. You really have given the best speech. And I hope we all stop criticizing how an orange looks like. Thank you, and on to you, Congress Master.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Testing.
Our second contestant is ready to evaluate our test speaker's speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 2, Omar Ahil Husni. Omar Ahil Husni, contestant number 2.
Good evening to everyone present, and especially our wonderful guest speaker for today, Manudi. You know, there are two types of speeches. Ones that touch your mind and ones that touch your heart. And our guest speaker Manudi's speech truly touched my heart. Although I sincerely enjoyed your speech, I must say there were some obvious things to point out. That's what I'm here for, to say all the splendid skills that you already have and provide constructive criticism to alleviate your speech deliveries. First of all, let's start with the splendid things you displayed, shall we? I must say, the ability to be unique and different from others. What a wonderful topic to talk about. You also, while delivering your speech, you had a slow pace that helped us take in all the information you gave, which helped us absorb all that you shared today. And the way you told stories about your 11-year-old self was truly something that I must take note of. Because we as humans need stories to learn. Because when we hear stories, we understand things better. The way you asked questions and connecting with the audience was also another thing I truly liked. Now, for my recommendations. I noticed you were talking behind a lectern. Why not come to the middle of the stage and use more hand gestures and utilize the space provided? I also noticed you were pausing in the middle of your speech. So I suggest you try memorizing it a little bit more. Try practicing in front of a mirror or in front of a sibling or parent if you want to. Overall, your speech was truly something else. Incorporating all the suggestions I provided today, I'm sure that your speech would be on a league of its own. Thank you.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Testing.
Our third contestant is ready to evaluate our test speaker speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 3, Yusuf Iqbal. Yusuf Iqbal, contestant number 3.
Before we begin, think about the last time someone spoke and you felt like every word was meant for you. That's the type of connection everyone strives for, and you've achieved that perfectly. Good evening to my dear judges, my fellow Gaveliers, and to the incredible audience here. First off, let me just say, wow, your speech today, it was like a perfect orchestra. Harmonious, powerful, and captivating from start to finish. Honestly, I'm tempted to start with a slow clap right now, but since it's frowned upon in formal evaluation, I'll settle to this. You nailed it. Now, let me go through your strengths and highlights. Number 1, your structure. Your speech was well crafted and had a clear direction from your opening to your ending. You provided a roadmap and delivered it perfectly. It was intentional, easy to follow, and captivating, something not everyone can do, and you did it effortlessly. Number 2, your delivery and energy. The best part was your presence. You didn't just deliver, you commanded the stage. Your enthusiasm was contagious, which made the audience feel like they were part of a conversation rather than a passive listener. That type of connection is rare and powerful. Now, here are a few suggestions to improve your speaking ability. Number 1, how to capture your audience at the beginning. Think of Mohammed Qahtani, the 2015 public speaking champion. I think the judges may know him. Anyways, Mohammed Qahtani, he starts his speech with a cigarette, which immediately caught the audience's attention. This technique is called the circle technique. You start with something to capture the audience in. You take them on a journey and return back to your point. This helps to bring a sense of balance. Number 2, how to enhance your gesture. First, what I call a technique is called the hand box. Imagine a space between your navel and chin. Try to keep your hand movements within that frame. To conclude, Manude, you are a perfect speaker. Your energy, confidence, and connection to the audience make you stand out. That is, if you are in a competition. Your next speech. With just a little tweak on your gesture on how to capture the audience, you just improve just try to implement the technique that I just gave you, the hand box. Thank you for sharing your talent today. It was remarkable and one of the best speeches I've ever heard. Thank you.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Our fourth contestant is ready to evaluate our test speaker speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 4, Rasim Muzammil. Rasim Muzammil, contestant number 4.
Greetings, dear Toastmasters, teachers, and my fellow Gavelians. How many of you here feel like a peeled orange, full of confidence and dreams after hearing her speech? Her speech reminded me of a particular word, A. A standing for adventure. I loved how she started her speech with a story. She went to her past and she told us about all the challenges she had and how it was fixed just by one person. And C standing for connection. She connected her story very well with an orange. At first, I was impressed, confused on how she can connect it to an orange. But as I got towards the end, she told how orange is dry in the outside and it's also leather, but in the inside, it's fruity, which shows us that who we are in the outside don't really control who we are on the inside. And E means engagement. Her speech was extremely engaging. She both engaged us actively and passively. Actively, she asked a question. Do you think of orange anything other than a fruit? Now that is a master plan. And passively, she told us a story which related to me. And now we go to the recommendations. Past she has to improve. And I would say a recommendation with a statement of U for unified. She could have unified her speech with and hand gestures. Like she talked about orange, she could make a shape of an orange. Or she could even point at the audience. It doesn't really matter. Hand gestures can improve your speech a lot. And P standing for position. She was just standing behind the lectern throughout the speech. But it would be much better if you could have moved around, indicating past and future. Past of a story, how it happened a few years back, and the present time and how she's doing right now. And to conclude, I would say that her marks are A's. A for adventurous, T for connection, and E for engaging. And UP for recommendation, U for unify, and P for position. And together, she can ace up her next speech. Thank you, and thank you.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. May I request the audience to please remain in the venue while the speakers are speaking. Our fifth contestant is ready to evaluate our test speaker speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 5, Nada Furkan. Nada Furkan, contestant number 5.
Testing.
Good morning to everyone present here. Today, I will be evaluating Manodi Nanakharan's speech. To begin with, congratulations on completing your speech successfully. It was really wonderful that you brought up a topic that we all can actually relate, because many of us have an issue, but we don't have the voice to speak about it. The fact that you brought it in is really relatable. And also, you brought an example of an orange, about how you peel it, to understand what's inside it, the truth behind it. That's a very reliable and very understandable topic, because we know about oranges and how good they taste, but the external appearance is really bad. And talking about individuality, that was a good example. Kudos with that. To begin with, you had good structure. Now you began with speaking about an example, as I said, oranges. And then secondly, you went to your body, about speaking about your own experiences, which was really reliable. We could depend on you, and we could relate to your stories as well. Now to conclude, wrap up everything and threw it like a cannonball on us. Even though us audience did not listen to your previous part, we could understand it through the conclusion. Now your eye contact is wonderful. Although you were there on the podium, you were able to see everyone, and you maintained that eye contact so that we feel like we're talking to you, so you're talking to us. And then you have good vocabulary and clarity. Your voice was really high, and it was very, even though you're sitting in the last row, we can hear it. And that clarity is something good that you have to always maintain as a speaker. Now, although your speech was really wonderful, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it really well, I would like to see a few parts that you can improve for your next speech. Now, firstly, you can use the stage. Now, the stage is given to you, so whenever you start with something, you can move in a different direction. For example, when you're speaking about the orange example, you can start from one end of the stage, and when you're moving to your own life experiences, you can move to another part of the stage. Now, that is a good technique you can use to add more quality to your speech. Another part I would like to suggest to you is the hand gestures. Now, all the hand gestures don't add a lot to your speech. I'm pretty sure they add to the visual impact of your speech. And then your facial expressions. Now, you have eye contact, but the facial expression is lower, so you can improve on that. Now, I have a few parts you can use to improve it. Firstly, you can use a mirror. Now, using a mirror, you will understand how the audience view you as. And also you can improve on your vocal variety or else how your expressions are. Another thing is you can record your speech and listen to it. So yeah, your vocal variety. When you're happy, you have a high pitch. When you're sad and depressed, go to a low pitch. Now that helps you to add more audible effect to your speech. So that helps you to give a really good speech. Overall, the speech was wonderful, and hope to see you in further speeches. Thank you.
May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Our sixth speaker is ready to evaluate our test speaker's speech. Please help me welcome contestant number 6, Ibrahimullah. Ibrahimullah, contestant number 6.
When she has said, all the happiness has been resolved into sadness because the classmates used to comment on her, told her struggles. Trust me, I can relate to that. Ladies and gentlemen, her speech was excellent because the speaker has given a personal story. A story about her school life, how she was excited on her first day, meeting new teachers and new friends. But then things turned upside down, and how she has mentioned the struggles and how she felt filled with pain, sorrow, anxiety, depression. Ladies and gentlemen, she has not only given an excellent speech, but also she is human, as she just like the rest of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I advise you all to give a personal story and give examples as well, and mix with struggles so that it creates a perfect combination. She is able to give a wide range of vocal variety, able to engage the audience even more by explaining, by giving examples, which has made the audience picturesque their minds. However, she has lacked body language. If she hadn't lacked body language, this would create a very strong connection between the audience and the speaker, and a very strong message as a result. For example, because I was different from them, I used to look at my mirror, I used to blame myself. What am I? What I didn't change.
Everyone please remain silent while the judges complete their ballots and have been collected by the Chief Tally Counter, DT Muhammad Ilyas. That concludes the Sri Lankan International School Jedda's evaluation speech contest. The tally counters will now collect the judges' scoring slips. Judges, please hold them up for collection. Timer, would you please hand over the timing report to the Chief Judge? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our contestants a round of applause. Thank you, and back to you, Masters of Ceremony.
Thank you, Contest Master. Personal development is a major time saver. The better you become, the less time it takes for you to achieve your goals. Now please put your hands together to welcome Gavel Abda Sara Tahir to conduct the table topics contest.
So this is going on Zoom? YouTube. Live?
Honorable Head of Chancery Ms. Mufasa Lari, respectable Principal, Deputy Principal, Toastmasters, teachers, and my guests, a pleasant evening to one and all. I will begin with an overview of the table topic final round procedures for the benefit of our guests and new members. Table topic speeches are short impromptu speeches in response to a question or topic which tests the ability to speak on a given subject without advance notice. All contestants will receive the same topic, and the judges will choose the winning table topic speech. When the contest begins, the sergeant-at-arms will escort all contestants except the first from the road. Once the other contestants are in a designated area where they cannot hear the proceedings, I will introduce the first contestant. I will read the topic, repeat it again, and the contestant will speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. After each contestant has finished, the sergeant-at-arms will retrieve the next contestant. After delivering their speech, contestants may stay in the room. No one else will be allowed in or out of the room during the table topic speeches. There will be 1 minute of silence after each contestant for the judges to mark their ballots. After the final contestant, I will ask for silence until the judges are finished ranking the contestants and the counters have collected all their ballots. To eliminate any perception of bias, I will introduce each contestant in the same way. Contestant number, contestant name, topic, and name again. The speaking order has been chosen randomly by drawing lots, so I shall introduce the order now. We have 6 finalists competing today, so I shall introduce the contestant to the table topic contest. Please hold your applause until I have named them all. Contestants, please stand up to be acknowledged, and please remain standing until all of you have been introduced. Contestant number 1, Arkam Irfan. Contestant number 2, Ibrahim Ullah. Contestant number 3, Omar Ahel Husni. Contestant number 4, Ammar Ajmal. Contestant number 5, Rasim Muzammil. Contestant number 6, Nada Furqan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our contestants for the table topic contest today. Please give them a huge round of applause. Contestants, now you may all be seated. Thank you. It is time to begin the contest. Sergeant-at-arms, please escort all the table topics contestants except the first out of the auditorium. Dear guests, please remain seated and avoid talking between yourselves. Contestant number 1, Arkam Irfan. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? Arkam Irfan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arkam Irfan. I myself am a student that is about to face my own IGCSE exams. And I can't lie, I'm quite nervous. Although I feel like I prepared a lot, I still feel as if there is room for improvement. So, if I have any advice to give to you guys, upcoming IGCSE students, I feel as if you should really work on revising your notes and your subject theory. Because this is very important when it comes for your exams. Many students make this mistake. They think they've learned enough. They think they are already better than their competitors in their forthcoming exams. So, if you have this mindset, you should really change it and consider the benefits if you learn harder. You should constantly keep this up. You shouldn't learn once a week or twice a week. You should be consistent and do this every day and keep yourself motivated. You should never lose hope. You should always believe that the harder you work, the better the results will be. And with that, I conclude. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 2, Ibrahim Ullah. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examination? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examination? Ibrahim Ullah.
What advice should I give? Firstly, this is a really interesting question because right now, in about a few months, not only IGCSE, GCSE, AS and A-level, and CI exam from all around the world who are taking secondary, intermediate level examinations, they will be taking this exam in a few months. So what advice should I give really? Well, firstly, you need to start practicing past papers daily. If you practice past papers daily, not only it enforces you to the examination environment, as well as it gives you the confidence, and allows you to prepare yourself and find out what topic do you need to revise. Also, it is important to relax and do the work. Otherwise, if you're just tense and you do the work like this, nothing's going to go to your head firstly. Secondly, you'll have a higher chance of failure. And thirdly, revise. There is, like my father said, there is no end to knowledge and to revision. Because if you continue to revise and gain knowledge, seek knowledge, try to revise in a very enjoyable way, so that you're just for the intention to seek knowledge, so that it can benefit you for your future career. That is where it will go into your head. To conclude, I wish all the best to not only IGCSE, GCSE candidates, as well as GCE, ASL from all over examinations, including the UK and all over the world. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 3, Omar Ahil Husni. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? Omar Ahil Husni.
Good evening to everyone present. How do you prepare for the forthcoming IGCSE exams? Well, personally, I am the worst person you could ask this question. If you don't believe me, ask my parents. I hardly touch my books. If you don't trust them also, ask the teachers. You see, we have past paper books and most of my classmates are at least halfway or even 3/4 done. And I've just finished maybe the first paper, maybe like 1-2 questions if I had the mood of. But so far, regarding all the advice I've gotten from all the previous people who did the IGCSE, they said, you must revise, which I personally don't, even though I have the exams in like 4 months. My parents are really anxious, and I've got many threats as well, depending on the results. But so far, that's how I study. It suits me best. I'm usually the type of person who studies the day before the exam and somehow get at least 80 above, which I am rather happy about. But you know what my mother says then? If you had studied maybe at least 2 months, you would have got at least maybe 90 plus, you know? I mean, I'm happy with it. That's all that matters, right? So, if you would like to have some advice on your IGCSE preparation exams, trust me, ask somebody else, not me. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 4, Ammar Ajmal. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? Ammar Ajmal.
Good evening, respected judges, Toastmasters, and audience members. As a personal IGCSE member as well, who's going to take their exam in the future, what advice would I give? Well, recently I have been taking more and more advice from websites, mentors, teachers, and fellow parents as well. They too have experience in these fields. So why not learn from them? That's my first advice. Learn from the experience. Because they have gone through what we have, and they have informed what they have learned to teach us in a better way. So that's my first advice. My second advice, spend some time studying, right? We all have so much free time these days. We spend endlessly scrolling through unnecessary apps. So why not devote at least half of those time to study, right? That's my second advice. And my third advice, why not relax? The stress has been burdened upon us and has been burdened to the previous generations as well. But they too have done it well. And what advice do they give us? Take it easy. Be calm. Why not take it one step at a time? Because we all are going to grow up. We all are going to have a chance, right? This is not the final destination. This is simply a blank canvas, and we are the artists. Just because we fail doesn't mean our life is over. So take this as an opportunity. Grow, learn, devote yourself to the future generations as well. Become a teacher. You don't have to be that as an occupation, but do it for your children, for the future, right? That's all what we're aiming for in the end. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 5, Rasim Muzammil. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? Rasim Muzammil.
Toastmasters, teachers, and my fellow enemies. IGC exams are known to be the checkpoint of our life. But what advice would I give to myself or to anyone for the IGC exam? Well, 3 years ago, I asked this question to an older brother of mine. He was the best result in IGCSE exams, and he managed to score the top in the Western province. So I asked him, what did you do? Did you study the whole day? Or did you not even sleep at all? And how could you achieve such an exceptional result? So he told me that it didn't matter how long you studied or even how much effort you put. Most of what you have are truly defined by your talents. But that doesn't stop you from being who you want to be. Because sure, talent plays a role, but hard work too plays a role. Without hard work, talent is of no use. So the advice is to truly think carefully. What do you want to do? Do you want to be an engineer, a doctor, or even a tabletop master? So to get there, you should understand, should I be doing this to go there? Should I be studying accounting to be a doctor? Of course not. In biology, chemistry, math, but not accounting. So if you want to be who you want, and if you want to give advice to someone, they should truly follow what resonates with their heart. And another advice I would give is to simply be who you are. Don't try to be someone who you are not. Don't try to see someone who's better than you and try to beat him. Don't try to follow their schedule because it may not suit you. You are different from everyone. Each and every person is different from the other. So don't try to be someone who you are not. Simply find the passion in your heart and find the love and a pathway inside your own self. With the pathway you have, can truly define who you will become. Thank you and thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 6, Nada Furqan. What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? What advice would you give someone who is preparing for the forthcoming IGCSE examinations? Nada Furqan. To begin
an advice to a person who is doing their IGCSE coming May, June, October, November, that time. Okay, so as an IGCSE student myself, I would like to tell you that I regret not studying in grade 8, 9. Because at this point, I understand how hard it is. Because I have to memorize literally the whole book. This thick, I guess, that whole book. I had to memorize it just within like how many months? 4, 5 months? That's impossible, to be frank. How many subjects? I'm doing literally 7 subjects. Just imagine how many different things I have to memorize. Now, for you, I would like to say you that right now, start doing your papers. Although you don't memorize, start doing papers. Have your marking scheme on the laptop. Whenever you do a paper, start looking at it, mark your things, and then revise it. Once you start, do the papers and then revise it. That helps you to cover the whole syllabus. And now, when it comes to important subjects like physics, biology, chemistry, maths, now that is really something hard. Being a new student myself, like a new syllabus as a whole, from Excel to Cambridge, I would like to tell you that I really caught up with the syllabus really quick. Now the trick I used is that once I came, before the school started, during the summer holidays, I started doing papers. Not only papers, I even started talking to other students and understanding, oh yeah, okay, so I have to do this technique, use this technique, so I can at least achieve above average. Now, being an IGCSE student, you have several things like this Gavel club itself, going to be coming up, several things going on in your mind right now, but let me tell you, calm down. Calming down is the most important thing at this moment. When you just start rushing through, nothing is going to happen. Just like how I am kind of rushing through at this moment because for me, semester exam, I have nothing in my head right now. So to conclude, I would like to tell you, calm down, start doing papers, and then revise your books. Thank you.
Please remain silent while the judges complete their ballots and have them collected by the Chief Tally Counter, DTM Muhammad Ilyas. That concludes the Sri Lankan International School Judges Table Topic Contest. The tally counters will now collect the judges' scoring slips. Judges, please hold them up for collection. Mr. Tynan, would you please hand over the timing report to the Chief Judge? I will now ask the Chief Judge and the tally counters to confirm the decision. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our contestants a round of applause. Thank you, and back to you, Masters of Ceremony.
Thank you, Goodness Master. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power.
Before we start the International Speech Contest, we would like to hear a few words from the PQD, District 104, DTM Balasubramanian.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Good evening, everybody. Honorable Head of Chancellor, Madam Officer, respected Principal and Vice Principal of Sri Lankan International School, Division G Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Yashari, Second Chair, Toastmaster Sami Vinan, District Youth Leadership and Gavel Chair, Toastmaster Omar Akim Khan, Toastmasters, parents, and my dear students. Good evening once again, all of you. I know it's not time to give any advice or motivate someone. You yourself has to motivate. But since I've been called, you know, in Tamil, we have a saying, Muyachchi Thiruvinayakam. If you try, you can achieve anything. Just take an example, I myself. I have studied in Tamil medium till 12th standard. When I went to college for computer science and engineering, literally cried to speak in English. Even today I cannot, but still I am forced to do it. But somehow managed. You still have to believe that every summer vacation I used to go for spoken English classes. But you know what they will start? The basic tenses. They will start with the present tense, past tense, future tense, continuous, perfect, present. Just 12 tenses. By the time 1 month the summer vacation will finish. I will just go again to the next year, join again spoken English. Again we will start again from the tenses. Present tense, past tense. Every year it continues, every year I play football, I played football, I will play football. After I finish my degree, luckily I was fortunate enough and I was sound in my studies. I was a gold medalist from my college in my computer science engineering. And I joined in office in Chennai, it was a big challenge for me again. Because the English I used to manage in my college was entirely different when I was coming to the office environment. Especially I was in travel agent industry, so you can imagine. So right from the telephone operator till the last account section, they used to speak only in English. So again, I tried my best to join one more tutorial college in Chennai. I went for the evening classes. When I approached that tutorial college principal, he wanted to start again tenses, believe me. I told him, please, I played many football. I went to many times schools. So I don't want, just take me to the next level. So he gave me a book, Balaji, English speaking course, just started with some of the conversation exercise. Really helped me. So this is where I am today. So thanks to all those teachers who supported me from first standard till my college and even in the office. Some of the friends, after coming to Saudi Arabia, even now I am trying to learn Arabic, but still almost 30 years, I am trying my best to learn Arabic still. See, students, now it's time for you to think yourself. You choose what you want. Take a risk in your life. Definitely it will change your life. And you be the competitor for yourself every day. What you were yesterday, try to change yourself today. So you have to upskill yourself. Nowadays, entirely different world what we are seeing. And you know better than us. Because we are in old generation, you all in new generation. What do you call Z generation, Alpha, right? So you know better than us. So just take the parents' advice, take the guidance what they are giving you. It will help you because they are experienced the way how they come up from their life. So it will help you to move forward without any challenges. Please take your parents' advice, take your guidance of the teachers, so you all will become one of the best leaders in communication as well as for your society in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now please join me in welcoming the contest master, Gavel Azam, to conduct the international speech contest.
Honorable Head of Chancery, Mrs. Mufasa Arif, respected Principal, Deputy Principal, teachers and guests, welcome to SLISJ Gavel Club Annual Contest, International Speech Grand Finale. The purposes of the International Speech Contest are provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, recognize the best as encouragement to all, and provide an opportunity for us to learn by observing the more skilled speakers who have benefited from their training. The ultimate measure of a Gavelian is in his or her skill in presenting a rousing and inspirational speech. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what International Speech Contest is all about. We will conduct this contest using the same procedure as Toastmasters International uses in conducting the International Speech Contest. The judges, contestants, and sergeant at arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed of the location of the timing lights. Let me begin by explaining the timing criteria. The minimum qualifying time is 4.5 minutes and the maximum is 7.5 minutes. Timer, shall we test the timing device? Green light will be switched on at 5 minutes, amber at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. From the moment the red light is on, the speaker has 30 seconds to wrap up his or her presentation. No indication will be given that the presentation is going over time, and the red signal will remain on until he or she ends his or her speech. Upon being introduced, the contestant shall proceed immediately to the speaking position. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This usually will be the first word uttered by the contestant, but will include any other communication, such as sound effects, a stage act by another person, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, judging criteria for international speech contest are as follows. Content 50%, speech development 20%, effectiveness 15%, speech value 15%, delivery 30%, physical appearance 10%, voice 10%, manner 10%, language 20%, appropriateness of language 10%, correctness of language 10%, for a total of 100 points possible. The Chief Judge has already introduced our able contest assistants. I shall therefore introduce our qualified contestants for international speech contest. Please hold your applause until I have named them all. Contestants, please rise as I call out your names to be recognized, and please remain standing until all of you have been introduced. Contestant number 1, Omar Ahil Husni. Contestant number 2, Aisha Ashraf. Contestant number 3, Ilmi Ayman Ahmed. Contestant number 4, Abida Fazal. Contestant number 5, Nada Shareen Furqan. Contestant number 6, Amani Ghafoor. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our international speech contestants. Please give them a huge round of applause. Thank you, contestants. You may now sit down. Contestant number 1, Omar Ahil Husni. Contestant number 2, Aisha Ashraf. Contestant number 3, Ilmi Ayman Ahmed. Contestant number 4, Abida Fazal. Contestant number 5, Nada Shareen Furqan. Contestant number 6, Amani Ghafoor. The contestants may choose to remain in the hall while other contestants speak. If they need to be outside the hall, they may do so during the 1-minute break. Thank you. I shall introduce the contestants in the following manner only. Contestant name, contestant number, contestant name, speech title, contestant name, contestant number. At this juncture, are there any questions or clarifications? Hearing none, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the contest. Our first contestant is Omar Ahil Husni, the puzzle of life. The puzzle of life, Omar Ahil Husni, contestant number 1.
The beauty of a puzzle is that every piece, no matter how small, is essential. Good evening, esteemed judges, Head of Chancellor, Mrs. Mufasa, Principal Sir, Deputy Principal, teachers, parents, fellow Gavelians, contestants, guests, and puzzle solvers. I want you to think about a moment in your life where you felt completely out of place. like a puzzle that didn't belong. I felt it too, but today I'm going to tell you why these moments are not the end of the story, but the beginning of something beautiful. Let's talk about this, a puzzle, because life often feels like one big, chaotic, unsolved puzzle, doesn't it? Look at this piece right here. By itself, it's just a weirdly shaped, lonely colored block. And in life, we all sometimes feel like this, odd, without purpose, and maybe a little lost. But here's the secret behind this. Each and every one of us fits somewhere. We just need to stick around long enough to find it. Now I know, sometimes life feels less like a puzzle and more like a jigsaw massacre. When your plans fall apart and you're left thinking, was this piece even in the box? But every twist, every strange shape has a meaning. Because when these pieces are put into their right place, they form the bigger picture. Now here's what we are working towards, the destination. But unlike puzzles, life doesn't come with a blueprint. We don't get to peek at the finished image. We just have to trust. Trust that each and every piece matters, even if we can't see it right now. Let me tell you a story. A cousin of mine aspired to become a professional basketball player. He practiced his shots every day. He dreamed big and he poured his blood, heart, and soul into it. But life, it seems, had different plans for him. On one fateful day, he got cut off from his team. And just like that, his dreams of playing in the NBA shattered. He was heartbroken and he felt like a puzzle that didn't belong. But this cousin of mine is not a person who gives up easily, like me, of course. He decided to try something different. He began coaching and discovered an inborn talent within him. Now his life didn't go as planned, but every setback helped him assemble his own picture and face his destiny. Today, he is one of the happiest coaches I know. So when things don't go as you planned them to be, take a deep breath and a step back. Take it as life saying, I've got a surprise for you. So it's time for you to let go of control. Life will handle the rest. As Steve Jobs said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect it when you look back. So when life hands you a confusing piece, believe that one day, when you look back, you'll see how perfectly that piece fit in. Now, as we move on through life, we experience many things. Every skill we learn, every person we meet, every place we go, everything we do, all of this adds up to the final image that we're making. But then, what does our mistakes do? Do they ruin the picture? No, they are part of the process too. I mean, who hasn't stubbornly tried jamming a piece into where it clearly doesn't fit? Mistakes don't ruin our picture. They teach us to try again, but this time to look at it from a different angle. And I can promise you this. Each and every piece in your life is important. The mistakes, the awkward moments, the wins, the losses, the blunders, all of it adds up. All of it is needed to make the masterpiece that is you. So when life feels chaotic, when the pieces don't seem to fit, when nothing seems to make sense, remember, you are a work of art in progress. Embrace the mess, the surprises, the weird pieces, because one day, when you look back, you'll realize that every piece was exactly where it was meant to be. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their sheets. Contestant number 2, I shall show. The world revolves around the sun. The world revolves around the sun. I shall show. Contestant number 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Aisha Ashraf, in Al-Wahab, Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, continent of Asia, the Northern Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, and the universe. And in the middle of all of that, Indian International School Jeddah, me and my friends, because we are the center of the universe. At least that's what I thought. And I'm sure majority of you guys in the audience as well about your own lives. But I'm here to break it down for you. The world does not revolve around you, or me, or anyone really. Newsflash, it revolves around a big, fiery ball of gas, also known as the sun. Fun fact, Nicholas Copernicus, I hope I'm saying that right, was the very first person to state that we orbited the sun. But everyone else, well, they refused to believe it. They all said, no, nuh-uh, no way. They thought they were too important to be nothing. But if they were important, so are the rest 8.2 billion people of Earth. Now here's the thing about human importance. It never ever multiplies. It divides by every person. So if you were to divide the importance of mankind by 8.2 billion, you would get an approximate value of 0.000 specks of nothing, which in conclusion means you don't matter. None of us matter. It's like showing up to a costume party wearing the same costume as everyone else. It does not make you special. It does not make the main character. That same. Now, here's what's funny. If you were standing on the moon, you would think, whoa, the Earth, it's revolving around me. It's really all about perspective. To me, I am the star of my movie with my family and my friends. But to my sister, well, I'm the annoying side character who drives her nuts. And that's the reality of the situation. You are most probably a mere side character in someone else's tale. Or even worse, a background character who sips coffee in a cafe. Oh, the shame, the misery. By now, you all are probably wondering, why is this girl up up on the stage, degrading and humiliating us to the lowest point possible? Well, it's because you can take this one of two ways. You can think one, I don't matter, none of which I do and say matters. That means, what's the point of my existence? Or you can think two, I don't matter, none of which I do and say matters. That means no one cares about when I tripped and fell, or when I fumbled over my words while giving that speech. It means I can do and say whatever I want, because at the end of the day, we will all die with nothing but our memories, and no one else would remember. Which brings me to my next point. Not being the center of attention is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, there's poverty. Okay, but by having this thought process, it helps free your mind of such trivial thoughts and matters such as, can I say the right thing? Or, do they think I'm too awkward? You're basically breaking free from that gravitational pull of overthinking and overanalyzing. Just like a planet on its own orbit, we are allowed to not constantly be flawless. We can be ourselves. We can let go of the constant need of everyone else's approval. We can make mistakes. We can laugh it off, ha ha ha, and then we can move forward. Because at the end of the day, we are one of billions. Do you see this pink paper ball right here? This is me. It has all my hopes, dreams, worries, insecurities, aspirations in life, all crammed into it. It's easy to think that this is the center of the world. I mean, to me, it is the center. It sits there and everything else just revolves around it. But if this is my world, this is everyone else's world. And this bowl right here, it is the universe. So if I put my world into the universe, and then I pour everyone else's, well, it's quite hard to see mine now, huh? By taking this step back, we realize that we are all just a plain and simple paper ball, amongst others. We're not special, but together we feel just like a planet on its own orbit. We do not have to be perfect, because knowing that each of us has our own path and our own perfect. So let's remember this. The world does not revolve around us. It revolves around the sun. And that's not a disappointment. That's the biggest relief, because it means we can live our lives without the pressure to be perfect. And we can live our lives without the pressure to be perfect, because we are all just stars in a massive galaxy, planets on our own journey, each being in fact a step at a time. By letting go of the need to be the center, we can embrace our true place in the universe with connection, curiosity, and joy. So stop trying to be the sun when you can be a bedazzling star in a galaxy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was me, Aisha Ashraf, in Al Rehab, Jeddah, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, continent of Asia, the Northern Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe. And just for a moment, let's really look at each other without pretending to be the sun. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their sheets. Our third contestant is Ilmi Ayman Ahmed. Positivity is the key to happiness. Positivity is the key to happiness. Ilmi Ayman Ahmed, contestant number 3.
Dear audience, please raise your hands if you think this cup is half full. Now put your hands down. And again, dear audience, please raise your hands if you think this cup is half empty. Now put your hands down. Thank you. We have all heard the phrase, think positive, but what does that really mean? And more importantly, how can it impact us in our life? Today, I want to talk about a very important topic, the power of positivity, how it can shape our mindset, influence our actions, and ultimately change our lives. Respected contest master, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very splendid evening to you all. Now, positivity isn't just about ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about cultivating a mindset of acceptance, a mindset that's able to focus on solutions rather than problems, and opportunities rather than obstacles. It is the belief that no matter what we face, we have the ability to handle it, learn from it, and move forward stronger than before. Studies show that people with a more positive mindset are more resilient, are more happier, and are more successful. But why? Because when we approach life with optimism, we are more likely to take risks, try new things, and keep going, even when things are tough. Now, let's take a moment to explore the science behind this optimism. When we think optimistically, our brain releases these feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals not only improve your mood, enhance your creativity, energy levels, and ability to solve problems. In contrast, negative thinking releases stress hormones like cortisol, which can lead to anxiety, fatigue, and even physical illness. Life isn't always easy, and sometimes things just don't go as planned. Of course, no one's doing a fairy tale out. Days when the roller coaster is down. This is where positivity plays its power. It's not all about avoiding hardship, it's based on how we react to it. Life is 10% of what happens to us, and the other 90% is based on how we react to it. When things go wrong, instead of focusing on what's impossible, what's been lost, we can choose to focus on what's still possible, what we can do, how we can grow from the experience. If we are optimistic in our negative times, we have already won. Good things will come, but we have to be a little patient in order to get it. After all, you can't see the rainbow without dealing with the rain, can you? Consider Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he didn't see them as defeats, but as opportunities to learn. When asked about it, he famously said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the spirit of positive thinking, seeing setbacks not as reasons to quit, but as stepping stones to success. Our goal should be to build the walls of positivity so high around us that no matter what negativity comes our way, it just simply reflects and never affects our well-being. Remember, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. So be yourself, be confident, don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind, be led by the dreams in your heart. You're braver than you think, you're more talented than you know, you're capable of more than you can imagine. So, how can we start harnessing the power of positive thinking? May I suggest you some few practical steps? Number 1, practice gratitude. Each day, take a few minutes and practice what you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of tea. Practicing gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Number 2, reframe negative thoughts. When a negative thought arises, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought really helping me? Or can I see this thought in a different light? This promotes resilience and helps you stay optimistic. And lastly, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. We all face challenges and we all have mistakes. This, again, promotes resilience, helps you stay optimistic, even when things are tough. And lastly, I would like to conclude with the famous cup analogy, where you can either see your cup half empty or half full. It's the same cup, but two different mentalities. It's not the cup that matters, but how you choose to see it. So, keep your cups high, your thoughts positive, and keep your cups half full. And let optimism fuel your journey. Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too. My cup was half full. How about yours? Over to you, Contest Master.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their shields. Our fourth contestant is Abida Farzan. Abida Farzan, contestant number 4.
Would you all stick to the same hobby for the rest of your life? Assume that everyone has the same interest and no distinct perspective, so they don't try out new pastimes that suit their skills. Do you believe that things would be the same in the world as they are right now? Clearly not. And for what reason? Because the same people have similar hobbies, interests, and abilities that are used all over the world. The mere idea of it sounds monotonous. Good evening, everyone. Today, I'll be talking about a very controversial topic nobody opens up about. Why do we lose sight of beauty that is within our individuality? Even when every one of us is capable of making a unique contribution to the world, we frequently find ourselves slipping back into the norm and looking for ways to satisfy other people's expectations. Even if it's not the ideal fit, we can spend our lives persuading ourselves that we desire what someone else has. And to be honest, it's a depressing game to play because you'll never be able to reach your full potential as a person. What do you all perceive? For example, when I show you these 3 pieces of crumpled paper from a societal point of view, this ball would refer as superior. This ball would refer as theft, servitude, egoistical, and so forth. And this ball, egoistical, superior, antagonistic, etc. Conversely, this ball denotes being uninformed, unworthy, and also referred as courage. However, what similarity do these 3 share though? These 3 pieces of crumpled paper have similar shapes. Since our skin tone is what defines us as human beings, it's absurd how society perceives us as human beings based on it. Regardless of our race, the only thing we need to remember, work on furthering those interests, as I mentioned at the start of my speech. Do you think by doing that, our life would be the same as it is right now? Doesn't that sound a little dull and perplexing? Well, let me tell you something. Although we all are human beings, God didn't create us for that reason alone. Instead, He created us to recognize our outstanding impulses and strive towards them in order for us to realize what a clever creature He has made. This sounds so lovely, doesn't it? Although we were made in similar shapes, the more we discover about ourselves, the more we differ from one another. Nobody is the same as you because you come from a different origin, have different worldviews, and have different autonomous opinions. And that is your superpower. When you hear the word superpower, what's the first thing that springs to mind? Heroes, Superman, or the so-called Batman the boys believe they are now. Superpowers should make you think of yourself. Everyone, you are your own superhero. As an additional example, let's examine my attempt of this puppet that I attempted to make. The one and only Albert Einstein and the notorious Superman. Please don't worry, I won't be talking about races here. Instead, I'll be talking about how these 2 people have inspired our lives. In a number of ways, Albert Einstein have made revolutionary contributions in humanity, science, technology, and have helped humans come up with many scientific ideas. Whereas Superman, who made us become more creative and imaginative. You see how our perception of these 2 people who live the same structural arrangements have changed? That really encapsulates what I discussed about today. As long as you are being yourself and sharpen the skills that you acquire, no one will stop you. Because regardless of how unoriginal you are. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their sheets. Our fifth contestant is Nada Sharif Furqan. Power of resilience, bouncing back from adversity. Power of resilience, bouncing back from adversity. Nada Sharif Furqan, contestant number 5.
Fall 7 times, but rise the 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow dreamers present here. Today, I want to talk about something that is not only central to human experience, the key to unlocking our true potential. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to rise after fall, to keep moving forward despite challenges, and to grow stronger through adversity. Resilience isn't only about surviving major life crises. It can also be about surviving Sunday mornings. You know that feeling, waking up and realizing that you've been snoozing your alarm 4 or 5 times. Obviously, you're late for school while your mom screams from the kitchen. But somehow, you manage to find your lost shoes. And that's resilience too. It's just the ability to turn your obstacles into great opportunities. We live in a world that constantly tests our limits. Meaning, we go through challenges every single day of our life. Let it be to deal with a loss, face financial hardship, or even to grapple with a lot of discrimination. We might face setbacks in our careers, face failures in our endeavors, and even start confronting doubts about our own abilities. At these moments, it's easy to feel as though we're not strong enough, or the world is too much for us to bear. But we all must remember, it's in these moments resilience shines the brightest. We are not originally born with resilience. It's a skill that can be cultivated, a mindset that can be developed step by step, and a part of every single one of us that must be awakened. It just can believe that no matter how many times I fall, I can get back again, stronger than ever. It's all like this elastic band. As I stretch this, it goes through tension, pressure, and even stress. But do you all notice something? No matter how far I pull it, it never snaps back. It just twists, turns, and moves. But when I release it, it returns to its original position. It's not about completely avoiding failures, but it's about embracing the lessons it teaches us and using them to fuel our success and our return to our center, like this elastic band. Let me take the stage to share a story with you all, one that illustrates the incredible power of resilience. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard of Malala Yousafzai. Yes, she survived an assassination attempt by terrorists just because she was advocating for girls' education just like us. Just imagine how many times she could have just thrown ideas away, just given up, or how many times she could have let her fear and trauma just silence her and put her into a corner. But instead, she famously came and said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the entire world." It's not only her, we can take Nelson Mandela, the man who was imprisoned for over 27 years, but he came out stronger than ever, just to stand for a greatly democratic and multiracial South Africa. All of these incredible people have the ability to turn their obstacles or turn their setbacks into great opportunities to prove themselves to our world, which transformed them into great role models of our current society. They didn't just bounce back. They adapted, learned, and thrived all together. Equal amount of resilience is in every single one of us. When we face failures or adversity, we have a choice to be completely defeated by it or to use it as launching pads for growth. Have you experienced this time when you feel really low, a lump grows in your throat, and tears fill your eyes, but something, somewhere you keep screaming, do not do it, and do not give up. At that moment we succeed, because at that moment our sleeping resilience is being awakened. There is a saying that goes, a diamond is just a piece of charcoal and has learned to handle stress exceptionally well. Just like that piece of diamond, it's our stress, struggles, and the barriers that we overcome that shape us into who we are today and in future. The most beautiful aspects of our life come from the most hardest of experiences. To be frank, I've learned a very valuable lesson. When we come across a challenge, let it be to memorize a speech, pass a puzzle without in your shoes, or even to wake up in the early morning for that, like me, just remember, we are seeds, and it is our responsibility to break through the concrete barriers above ground and to grow into beautiful plants like this. So we all have to face failures. I'm pretty sure many of us are indeed facing failures even today. Because behind every successful person, this is a gem. Resilience, it's a force among every single one of us that can be nurtured and strengthened. So let us all embrace setbacks. Let it be to race up the ladder or even to just scroll up. But remember, the moment we are ready to give up is usually the split second before a miracle happens. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their shields. Our sixth and final contestant is Amani Gavel. If he can, Amani Gavel, contestant number 6.
If a man can become an engineer, a doctor, and a scientist, why can't a woman? The world is changing, and it's time to recognize that equality is not a privilege. Equality is our right. So, look at this mirror. And while I may not be a professional stylist, this mirror does something much more important. It reflects today's truth. Today, I ask every one of you, look in this mirror and ask yourself, what part of this change am I playing a role in? Because equality is not just a women's problem. It's everyone's tells his daughter, to aim for the stars, climb to the highest office in cooperation. Why cannot the women around him rise to those same great heights? Let's take a look at Mrs. Mufasa Larry, the first female diplomat head in the Consul General of Saudi Arabia, the Consul General of Sri Lanka in Saudi Arabia. Her achievements are truly one of the most powerful symbols of female empowerment. Similarly, just like how we've seen many examples of powerful women, the female politicians, the CEOs, the scientists, but yet, for every single one of these successful women, there were countless, thousands of others who couldn't reach their full potential. And why? Because the question, if he can, was never asked, only if she can. So, in closing, I ask you, if he can, so that in the future we will be clear. Yes, she can.
Science for judge. I have truly enjoyed being your contest master for the National Speech Contest tonight. I hope each one of you enjoyed the proceedings too. I shall now hand over the lecture to the Masters of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Contest Master. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion of all the contests. Our Chief Judge, Toastmaster Fauzi, and Chief Tally Counter, Distinguished Toastmaster Ilyas, are busy finalizing the winners of the contests.
Now we would like to hear a few words from YLP and Gavel Club Chair T.M. Umar Akil Khan.
Honorable Head of Chancellor, Sri Lankan Consulate, Madam Mrs. Mustafa, Principal, Deputy Principal, our very own Program Quality Director of District 104, our Division Director, our district leaders, Toastmasters, parents, teachers, and most importantly, the students and behaviors. For me, standing on this stage evokes many memories. And the reason I say this is because I too was a student of the International Indian School many years back, not many, but many years back. And something which is, while I always appreciate and I love the memories, one thing which in retrospect, now that I'm older, makes me realize the importance of public speaking. During those days, public speaking was not a must-to-have thing. It was just a good to have. Only catered for very few students who were confident enough to come and speak. And rest of the students were, let's say, like me, very, very shy. Super shy, always trying to put their head down. And those days, parents too would not really realize the importance of public speaking, because for them, what mattered most is to get the best marks on your subject. Yeah. The other one was a very hard-working business professional coming from Sudan. And I found all of them, irrespective of their nationalities and credentials, something which really stood out was what convinced me was their ability to speak. And I later realized that when you sit on the other side of the table, what really pushes someone to be picked and someone not to be picked may not be their credentials. It's about how express they do themselves with confidence, cohesiveness, and impact. And that is very true, which is a sad reality, but it is very true. So, let me, keeping that as a mode, let me congratulate the contestants and the speakers who spoke today. Why? Because you may not be, all of you may not be winners, but you are winners in your own right. Why? Because you are not winning, you are building skills. And skill building comes from practice, preparation, and doing it over again. So I wish to congratulate all of you on building this so important skill. I wish to also congratulate your Gavel counselors, coordinators, and trainers, Toastmaster DTM Ilyas and his team, for creating this platform. So let's give a round of applause to all the Gavelers and the Gavel members. And lastly, what I would just like to say for those contestants or Gavelers or students who are still yet to come, sky is the limit. There's a very famous quote, and if you see yourself, if you're shy or you need that extra push, what's most important is, if you cannot fly, you run. And if you cannot run, you walk. And if you cannot walk, you crawl. But you never ever stop going. So with that, we wish you all the very best. All of us from the Toastmasters community are super proud. Irrespective of whatever, be proud about yourself because you have developed your skill. And in case you are not here today, target coming here next year and keep growing. We wish you the best, and back to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, sir. Now, let's take this moment to honor the participants with their participation certificates and their office bearer certificates. May we kindly call upon our Deputy Principal, Mr. Azmi Jahangir, to come to the stage to honor the Gaveliers.
First of all, our gratitude and thanks to the target speaker, Manoti Naik Kara. Thank you, Manoti.
Now the participants and office bearers of the club will receive their certificates. Gavelier Zainab Rao, the treasurer of the club, participant of international speech contest, and one of the masters of ceremonies. Gavelier Umar Ali Husni, the president of the club and participant of the evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. Gavelier Abdullah Fazil, participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. He is also the assistant trainer for the table topics segment.
Gavelier Ibrahimullah, participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. Gavelier Akmal Azam, participant of evaluation and table topics. He is also the contest master for the international speech contest.
Gavelier Ammar Ajmal, participant of evaluation and table topics. Gavelier Alkam M. Irfan, Sergeant at Arms and participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. Gavelier Ilmi Ayman Ahmed, participant of evaluation and international speech.
Gavelier Nubaid Irfan, the Vice President Public Relations and participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. He is also timer for the table topics contest. Gavelier Arusham Dana, participant of evaluation and table topics. Gavel Yusuf Iqbal, participant of evaluation. Thank you, sir.
Now, let me have the privilege of inviting Toastmaster Mohammed Fauzi to honor the participants and role players. Let me have the privilege of inviting the veteran Toastmaster Mohammed Fauzi to honor the participants and the role players. Gavel Mohammed Faris for being a member of the club. He's absent. Gavel Uzair Shiam for being a member of the club.
Gavel Hisham for being an active member of the club. He's absent. Gavel Yunus Iqbal, the Vice President Membership, participant of evaluation, international speech contest, and one of the Masters of Ceremony. Gavel Rasim Muzami, participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest. Gavel Nada Shahin Furkan, participant of evaluation, table topics, and international speech contest.
Gavel Ana Ansam for being an active member of our club and the Assistant Sergeant at Arms for the International Speech Contest. Gavel Watmi Wasala, participant of evaluation and today's timer for the International Speech Contest. Gavel Sanuji Esania for being an active member of our club.
Gavel Aisha Ashraf, the club's Vice President Education and participant of the International Speech Contest. Gavel Hasika Hassan, participant of evaluation and international speech. She's absent. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand and welcome the distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Ilyas to honor the rest of the participants. Gavelia Aisha Harun for being an active member of the club and Assistant Sergeant at Arms for the Table Topics Contest. Gavelia Mariam Fazal, participant of International Speech and Sergeant at Arms for the International Speech Contest. Gavelia Abda Tahir, the club secretary and participant of evaluation. She is also the contest master of the table topics contest.
Gavelia Nabaha Faisal for being an active member of the club and assistant timer of the international speech contest. Gavelia Mariam Aslam, participant of table topics and assistant sergeant at arms for the speech evaluation contest. Gavelia Shahad Ansar for being an active member of the club and assistant timer for the speech evaluation contest.
Gavelia Hanan Farooq, participant of evaluation, international speech, and sergeant at arms for the table topics contest. Gavelia Arshada Amani Gafoor, participant of evaluation and international speech. Gavelia Rahma Riyaj, participant of evaluation and table topics. She is also the contest master of the speech evaluation contest.
Gavelia Zuleika Faisal, participant of table topics and sergeant at arms for the speech evaluation contest. Gavelia Arka Falsan, participant of international speech. Gavelia Hikma Nimatullah, participant of evaluation, table topics, international speech contest, and timer of the evaluation speech contest.
Thank you, VT of Indias. We, the Gavelians of SLISJ, owe a huge thank you to the President and the members of the Ceylon Taskmasters Club for their untiring support and dedication. They have assisted us in multifarious ways. Recently, we had a workshop titled Effective Speech Writing for Leadership. Not only we learned the art of speech writing, but also got an opportunity to put our knowledge into practice by the speech competition announced by the club. Now, we have the results in our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause and welcome Toastmaster Asmi, the president of the Ceylon Toastmasters Club, to come to the stage and honor the participants and winners.
The participants of the contest are Gavelia Fatima Nada Ruzli of grade 8A, Gavelia Mariam Fazil of grade 10A, Gavelia Salima Zahran of grade 8A, Gavelia Simula Sasipur Ishwara of grade 8B, Gavelia Ibrahim Manda of grade 10B. Gavelia Ahna Mariam Husni of grade 8A. Gavel of grade 10B. Gavel Zefna Zadok of grade 9A. Gavel Abdullah Fazil of grade 10B. Gavel Rasim Muzammil of grade 10B. Gavel Umar Ahir Husni of grade 10B.
Now, the winners of the competition. We have 3 third place winners. Sorry, 2. Third place is obtained by Gavelia Abdullah Fazil and Gavelia Rasim Muzammil. Second place goes to Gavelia Ahmad Husni. And third place is secured by Gavelia Umar Ahir Husni. Audience, please give a huge round of applause to participants and winners. Thank you, sir. Now, it's time to honor the judges who played a vital role in the success of the grand finale. Thank you, judges, for your tremendous support in this glorious event at basketball. Please welcome the principal, Mr. Harsha Bapita, to present the token of appreciation to our wonderful and ever-supported Toastmasters.
Toastmaster Mohammad Siraj. Toastmasters, please remain on stage for the photograph. Toastmaster Said Azmi. Toastmaster Raushan Razin. Distinguished Toastmaster Riyaz Sharif. Distinguished Toastmaster Bala Subramanian. Toastmaster Bilal Ahmed Sabbar. Toastmaster Samir Veera. Toastmaster Riyas Ilyas. Toastmaster Apasya Jati. Distinguished Toastmaster Umaid Malik. Distinguished Toastmaster Surendrapal Singh. Toastmaster Umar Akil Khan.
Our dearest mentors, your contribution to the SLISJ Gavel Club cannot go unnoticed. You have been with us day and night, supporting us, guiding us, and most precisely, molding us. We're indeed honored and privileged to have learned the art of public speaking and leadership qualities from both of you. We're going to proudly say that you're our gurus. Please put your hands together to welcome DJ Muhammad Ilyas. And with the same spirit of joy, please welcome Toastmaster Muhammad Fauzi. Thank you, sirs. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause.
Thank you to the judges and role players for the tremendous task. I'm sure it would really have been a tough job selecting the best three. Alright, without testing your patience, let us reveal the mystery. Here we go.
Wait. Before that, please join me in welcoming the head of the Chancery, Mrs. Mufasa Larif, accompanied by the Principal, Mr. Harsha Walpita, Deputy Principal, Mr. Azmi Jahangir, mentors, DTM Ilyas and Toastmaster Fauzi, to come to stage to honor the participant winner. The final results, evaluation contest. Third place is obtained by Nada Shaheen Furqan. Second place goes to Rasim Muzammil. And the first place is secured by, any guesses? Arusha Khanna. Please give them a huge round of applause. The final results, table topics contest. Third place is obtained by Ibrahimullah. Second place goes to Umar Ahid Husni. And the first place is secured by Ammar Ajmal. Audience, give them a thunderous round of applause. The final results, international speech contest. Third place is obtained by Nada Shaheen Furqan. Second place goes to Umar I. Husni. And the first place is secured by, guesses? Ilmi Ayman Ahmed. Audience, a round of applause, please. Congratulations to all the winners and get ready to rock on big stages in the future.
To mark the significant moment of SLISJ, we have a delicious cake prepared. May we call upon the head of Chancery, Ms. Mufasa Darif, Principal, Deputy Principal, mentors, Master in Charge teachers, and dignitaries to the stage. Teachers, please join front. Teachers, please come front for the cake cutting ceremony. Teachers, once again, we humbly call upon all teachers to come up front for the cake cutting ceremony. Admin staff members also, please join. English department teachers, please kindly join. Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Now, we would like to hear a few words from the head of Chancery, Madam Mufasa Larif.
Good evening. I don't want to keep here, but when I came into this room earlier, Sahasha asked me, Madam, can you do a speech? I mean, who would dare to do an unprepared speech in a room full of distinguished Toastmasters and Gaveliers? I straight away said no, right? But after listening to all the speeches, I thought I should take the challenge, right? Face the challenge. So here I am. And also, if I can't speak in this forum where everyone is embraced, where it's open for anyone, where no one is judged for their mistakes, there's no other forum you can speak. So first of all, thank you to all the organizers for working tirelessly, or I think last few weeks. And I want to make a small. My name is Mufaza. My name is Mahfouza Dafir, head of Chancery. Right? With that, wow, what an evening! Bag full of inspiration, bucket full of advices, and room full of excellence. Round of applause to every participant who participated. Actually, your speeches, each one of those, took me down the memory lane, different episodes of my life. Like the puzzle that didn't fit in, like the glass that was half empty, and the odd one, right? I was the odd one in many occasions because I wore the sari with the scarf, the one and only in the foreign ministry to do so, and the one to shatter societal boundaries. So, thank you for taking me down my own memory lane, my own life, and thank you for this evening. I don't remember the last time I enjoyed an event this much. Thank you so much. And like our last speaker said, I don't remember your name, I'm sorry. Your education excellence can take you to some extent. But without the soft skills, you will not be able to go that extra mile. As the ambassador spoke to you a few days ago at the school, the world is changing so much, so you should be prepared for it. So this is a public speaking is a soft skill that is essential for every student. So, Mr. Harshan, I recommend that you open up this beyond grade 10 to every student who wants to join, because everyone should benefit from this. And with that suggestion, I will conclude because all of us are hungry and it's late night. But thank you again for such a lovely evening that I enjoyed it very, very much. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, madam, and apologies for pronouncing your name wrong. As we come to the conclusion of the grand finale, I would like to call upon the secretary of the club, Gavel Anta Tahir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to all. First and foremost, I would like to begin by thanking the Almighty for blessing us with the strength and guidance to make this event a grand success. A special thank you to our chairman and the management council for their unwavering support in nurturing the extra and co-curricular activities of our school. Your continuous encouragement means a great deal to us. A huge thank you to the head of Chancery, Mrs. Mafusa Larry, for gracing the occasion with her priceless presence. I would also like to express our sincere gratitude to our principal for his dedication and hard work, and to the deputy principal for your invaluable support. I would like to take this opportunity to extend our deepest appreciation to DTM Ilyas and TM Fauzi for their mentorship and constant guidance throughout the club meetings. Your wisdom and encouragement have been the cornerstone of our growth in the Gavel Club. We are truly blessed to have such incredible mentors. A heartfelt thank you to the Master in Charge, Mr. Sarjan Tawfiq, for his consistent and passionate support of the Gavel Club at SLISJ. Your dedication has been a beacon of inspiration for all of us. Our sincere gratitude goes out to the judges who participated in the preliminary rounds of our contest, and to those who have graced us today for the grand finale. We also extend a big thank you to all the teachers who have attended our meetings and supported us in so many ways. Your help has been invaluable. A huge thank you to all the teachers who helped with the arrangements of the certificates, decorations, refreshments, hall setup, and the countless other details. Your hard work behind the scenes has ensured the success of this event, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We must also thank the teachers from the English department for their contributions throughout the academic year. Your support has played an essential role in our journey. To our dearest parents, we owe a profound debt of gratitude. Without your love, encouragement, and endless sacrifices, we would not be the individuals we are today. Your unwavering belief in us has been a constant source of strength. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. A big thank you to the administrative staff, support staff, and the caretakers who worked behind the scenes, contributing to the smooth running of today's event. Your cooperation has been truly appreciated. TM Fauzi, we are especially grateful to you for the delicious cake. It has truly added a special touch to the event, and we appreciate your thoughtfulness. We also want to thank Mr. Nehmatullah for printing the wonderful banner that has added such a vibrant and professional feel to today's event. Your contribution is much appreciated. We are indebted to the management, principal, and the staff of Indian International School for providing this wonderful auditorium to conduct the event successfully. Finally, to our special thank you to DTM Ilyas for arranging the plans for the event. Finally, to our dear juniors, thank you for your wonderful presence and support. We are thrilled to have you witness the grand finale today. Your encouragement and enthusiasm mean a lot to us. Last, but certainly not least, my fellow Gavelians. The grand finale has been a resounding success, and we've accomplished this together with flying colors. Let's cherish this moment forever as a treasured memory of our time in the Gavel Club. Thank you to the club president, vice president, and all the office bearers for your dedication, support, and hard work throughout the year. Once again, thank you to all the stakeholders, participants, and guests for being part of this memorable occasion. Good night, and may you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you, Abda.
Thank you once again to all the stakeholders who contributed to making this event a memorable one. Having said that, me, Zainab Rao, signing off with Unisigma. Good night and have a wonderful weekend.
Okay. Maybe